Welcome, it's Lindenherz. Welcome to the last candle on the elemental Advent wreath. Welcome to Earth. Yeah, quite fast everything was running this December. Already the fourth candle. I'm quite stunned by that. And yeah, it was a quite hectic day today, like it's always shortly before Christmas. And yeah, it's the night before the solstice also, and I'm really a bit, I have to slow down. I really feel that. So little tiny bit of side rumble. I really enjoyed all the Vlogmas videos I did this month, but I found out it's not something I want to do really every day. I will return with regular videos once a week. But after Vlogmas is over, I will try to get a bit of rest. I felt a bit, especially by everything which is happening at the moment. A lot of family stuff and Christmas stuff and the hectic days before that occasion. Before that happening is always a bit, strength. It's like a bit like a strength rubber or something like that. I'm always a bit, drained from energy or of energy, and try to rebuild it in the week between the years, like we call it here. Between the years is the time between Christmas and the new year, or Silvester, how we call the 31st of December. But back to where we are now, and back to the tea. I forgot to put in some of the teas I drank a short before this video, or I drank in my last video on the last days. Some I missed. I'm rambling, sorry. So this is the tea for today, which is a a spice fruit tea with a lot of apple, with a lot of wintry herbs, spices in it, like cardamom and coriander and so on, also a bit cinnamon and also fennel and so on. And it's really again, look at that golden color of this tea, and it's it's tasty and it's comforting at the moment. Yeah, you can see I have quite a setup. Try to focus again. Now I know how to do this with this camera, with this phone. Yeah, as you can see, I have quite a setup here for you here. Bit of tarot cards I put up, the Empress card of the Tarot of the Hidden Realm, and also the Empress or the Earth Mother from the Green Witch Tarot. And of course, because my elemental guardian for Earth is the Badger, I had to put up I guess it's the Four of Pentacles. Yeah, the Four of Pentacles. Yeah, and some other stuff I also did here. First, I want to show you or share with you, maybe you saw this in other videos, this gorgeous smudging feather. This is a piece I got on the medieval Christmas market back in September. And it's from the same creator that also did this pendant here, which I showed to you in the last videos, which is made from elderwood. And when I got this smudging feather here, I also got this kind of stack pendant here. So I have the god and the goddess now with me. I can wear it as some kind of necklace or pendant. Yeah, but this one, what do you think? What kind of bird is this feather from? What do you think? Yeah, my first thought was maybe goose or something like that. No, totally wrong. This is a peacock feather. Yeah, at first I thought, peacock? No, of course, peacocks don't always have these colorful feathers, only the males have. And these are more kind of, yeah, feathers for flight. We call it Schwungfedern. I don't know how it's called in English. Yeah, and what you can't see here, it depends on how the light is reflecting here. You can see a slight shimmer of blue and a bit of green, or more green and then a bit blue. And it's a gorgeous feather. And this smudging stick is crafted with the 4 elements in mind. So this is quite fitting. Of course, feather for air. And then you have these, I try to focus here. You can see these tiny little shells, snail shells for water. And here you can also see a piece of amber for fire, which is also put on the base here of this stick. And yeah, the wood is actually also elderwood, which is related to the goddess Hulda or Holle, Frau Holle from the fairy tale and from the Brothers Grimm fairy tale. And this is also here leather and these kind of, I don't know if this is, which is from which kind of metal this is made. I totally forgot on that. But I like this kind of structure. It looks like from a bee's hive or something like that, which is also gorgeous. So gorgeous smudging feather I have here. So back to focus here. And of course my gorgeous big stone you see here, which I got from a dear friend. She brought it back from her vacation in Austria. She brought 2 big stones for me with her, and the other one is on my balcony. Yeah, and you see here a bit of decoration. This is also a gorgeous piece of stone I found in the Harz Mountains near a small creek. And I like this kind of, look at that structure. It's like a metal structure, a metal shine to it. And it has kind of, yeah, a bit of a heart and maybe also something else. Some kind of, yeah, I guess a bit of goddess related stone, I guess, which is also gorgeous. I have another gorgeous stone. Maybe you saw this in one of my videos. This is a stone I found on the area of Egon's Villa in one of our public garden things we are participating, community garden there. And it's so gorgeous, looking like a heart. And I know someone has quite almost the same kind of stone, the 9 Ladies. So hello to the 9 Ladies if you're watching. She has this quite similar stone on her gorgeous decorated altar spaces and sacred spaces. So I had to laugh when I saw that. Yeah, this is this, and as you can see, also Kelly's gorgeous oracle stones are here also with me. Yeah, this fellow maybe also some of you might know. This is Totoro from the animated movie My Neighbor Totoro, which I highly recommend also for Earth, because this fellow here is living in a tree cave, kind of a tree cave, in a bit of a hollow tree. And every time I saw this movie or see this movie, I want to want to move in there and live in a tree. So this is so gorgeous. All Ghibli movies are highly connected to the sacredness of nature, I have to say. So this one, and this fellow is also a gorgeous one. And he's also a bit related to air, because although you might not notice it, this guy can fly. Yeah, he can really fly. So if you want to know how he is doing this, just watch My Neighbor Totoro, which is for every grown-up child and small child you can guess. It's a gorgeous thing, and I had really long to wait to watch that movie, because it was for a long time not available here in Germany until I guess 2005, when some of the Ghibli movies also got famous here, especially Spirited Away, who got an Academy Award for Best Animated Movie. So enough of rambling here and a bit of nerdiness here. As you can see here also, I have myrrh for some kind of elemental, not a herb, a spice. You can also know it's like frankincense. I don't know how you call it, hearts. I will put it in here now. Some myrrh. I also highly connect to earth, and also the smell, of course, to this season. And what I'm here having in my aroma lamp here at the moment is cedar oil, just this bottle here, and also a bit of clove oil, because this is something I need right at the moment, a bit of fiery energy. And this here in the background is a Yule oil I got from a gorgeous little online shop, which is called Geheimer Laden, oder der Geheime Laden, secret store or secret shop, and they do their incenses and their essential oil mixes all by themselves. It's a father-daughter duo which is creating, or who are creating, these gorgeous oils and incenses, and I so love it. And of course this wolf you can see here is a purchase of Henrik. He did yesterday on the medieval Christmas market. It's from the same artist who did this gorgeous little dragon here. So now we come to the thing I want to share with you, the book I want to share with you, because you saw already some little teaser images I showed to you, and this is the book. Sadly, again, a German book. Maybe this is some kind of inspiration to learn German. I don't know. This is certainly a book which I would really love for all of you to read, because sometimes there are also gorgeous finds here on the German book market for kind of holistic and sometimes esoteric topics, but this I won't put in a esoteric topic in general. I would say this is a pagan over-themed a pagan topic, and this is connected to the wild. Finding strength and finding healing in nature, basically. And this is, as you can see, by Susanne Fischer-Rizzi. And she also did a lot of other books. She's quite skilled. She got her knowledge by Native Americans, actually, also in other parts of the world, some kind of shamanistic traditions and so on and so forth. So she's quite skilled. She knows a lot about herbal. She has a broad herbal knowledge, also essential oil knowledge, and also, of course, very practical knowledge about the wild, about foraging in the wild, in nature, and about how to survive in the wild. So this is kind of an interesting approach. This is both spiritual and and at the same time practical, which I really like. This book I got from our local library, but I will buy it. I have it for quite a while, because you can keep a book for 4 weeks, but you can redo this for, I guess, 5 times, and since then I have it so for quite some month. But this is really, you can find every time, you can find something else. There are a lot of exercises. As you might guess, there are some things I want to share with you. Not all, because this book is this has some substance here, this book. So, and I will buy it. For those of you who do speak German, there are just a few. This book is, I guess, it's still available for almost 30 euros at the moment, and they do a reprint of it at the beginning of next year. I guess the middle of January. There will be a new one with a bit of different different cover art. Not art, it's more cover. It's a photo in a forest, basically. This is also something I really like. Yeah, but I will buy this old version of it, and now let's get a bit into this. But first I have to drink a bit of cup of tea here. A sip of tea. So this is the gorgeous picture I showed you yesterday in the little teaser, and I so love this. This is so want to go in the woods and find nature gifts. And look at that. This is so stunning. This is so, like the backpack of a forest witch. And yeah, and there are also some gorgeous collages like you see here, which is, these collages are actually photographs. And you can see here the artist did incorporate birch bark and also some piece of fur and paper stuff, and here real leaves. I don't know which kind of flower or plant is that. Löwenzahn, how is Löwenzahn called? I put it in here now. So different kinds of structures, and yeah, this is called Mantel, the Cloak of the Wild. And there's always a little quote in many of these texts here in the book. This is by Gary Snyder, which was an American philosopher and author. The wildness is not a place which we visit, it's our home. So it was promising to me when I read that. And gorgeous pictures, of course, where the wild things live. It looks a bit like two hobbits. And I see this here. This could be Sam, but okay, this fellow here has long hair, so not Frodo. So, and look at that guy here. This is also quite stunning. Yeah, there are a lot of, this is basically, it's about, of course, reconnecting with the earth, but also with all of the elements, with air, with fire, with water. And look at that, the wisdom of the elders. And this here, like a bundle. This is so gorgeous. This is I don't know if I will be able to translate that simultaneously at the moment. This is by Kathleen Raine. It's a British author. And try. So give me a moment. Because I love, an invisible way stretches over the sky. Birds are traveling this way. Sun and moon and all the stars wandering this path at night. Because I love, a river is flowing the whole night. Because I love, the river is flowing the whole night in my sleep. 10,000 beings sleeping in my arms. And are awakened and sleeping. And are awake and also sleeping and resting in flowing. This is at the end. I totally ruined it. Sorry. This is sometimes not so easy because this kind of translation simultaneously is sometimes. Sometimes it works and it goes really smoothly, and sometimes you think, no, this is not what I thought. And what I will share with you also are these kind of little exercises which they are providing you with. So I try to make it clear here. This is also gorgeous. Experiencing magic moments. And this is also telling you how to create a mojo bag, which is also gorgeous. But I will share with you other stuff. But of course, a bit more of this gorgeous art. Look at that. These kind of books there, which are transforming into birds. This is a stunning piece of art. I guess I don't want to ruin another. Okay, there is a language which is older and deeper than words. It is the language of the body, of body to body. Wind to snow, rain to trees, wave to stones. Did I translate that correctly? It's a language of dreams gestures, symbols, and memories. We have forgotten about this language, and we even don't remember that there is something like that. It's by quite roughly translated by Derek Jensen, which is an American author and environmentalist also. Yeah. There is a lot of, like I said, a lot of substance to this book. I won't show you everything because, only bits and pieces. How to connect with the feathered friends. Okay, can I translate this? This is by Friedrich Hölderlin, which is a German poet of the Romantic era. No, I don't try to murder it. Sorry. I have to find, maybe I will translate some of the stuff so I can read it in later times. So you can have something about this book later in other videos which will come. So this is kind of how to connect with birds in your neighborhood. To learn about them, to watch them, how their behavior is, and so on and so forth. Learn something about the animals in your surroundings. And this is as well for people who live in the city, as well for people who live more in a countryside. So, or go to the woods or something like that. So it's also, there are kind of interesting practical approaches. Here's now to kind of plant allies this is about here. And in this kind of, this is kind of, you learn about the plants, also the plants in your area. You learn about the green wilderness in the city. You watching all the plants that are growing there and learn about them just by watching them. It's a bit like they're doing in permaculture. If you don't know, just Google permaculture, which is a kind of garden technique, which is a bit more based on natural ways of growing, where you put in certain things in a garden where the system provides itself through these plants you're choosing for this garden. So permaculture is really interesting, but it takes a lot of time. You have to really get connected to the earth, connected to the plants you're seeing. You study them, basically. You sit there and listen or watch. And this is about how to try gardening everywhere. Maybe see where you can put some plants which are suitable for that place, which are also familiar with the area around, not that you try to put in some plants which invades a space kind of harshly. You have to be careful about that. So listen and watch and see your surroundings is quite helpful for that. So this is really also about gardening, also the connection to your garden, feeling the connection to your garden, some kind of heart connection you can learn here, or try to communicate with the plant spirits in some kind of way. I will delve into this, if you want me to, in another video, in the future video, because this is really, I'm already 24 minutes into this, and I feel this can get a bit longer video, so sorry for that. I will share with you now the things I picked from this from this book here. And this is about the animals, connecting with animals, actually. This is also a gorgeous piece of art here. Look at that. So shamanistic. So what I will share with you in this book is something everyone can try, and which is sometimes quite funny. I want to how does it call now? I really looked that up. That word. It's called Weitwinkelblick, which is some kind of broadened view, some kind. Or vision. There's tunnel vision, and this is kind of more where you try to get the broad picture of the scenery. And it is you do it basically by let's see how they are trying to explain it here. Stretch both arms in front of your face, and then you make your hands into fists, and make basically this one here. Have it in front of you, both hands, and then you move both arms to the side. So you're looking like a T, basically, like the letter T. And the thing is, when you look at this thumb, when it's at the moment it is in front of you, just looking at this thumb, this is kind of a tunnel vision. You're bringing your view to this thumb. You're concentrating on it. This is tunnel vision. And then when you're stretching the arms or putting the arms to both sides of you, you start to just look in front of you without fixating any objects, just basically staring. It's really sometimes hilarious because really you don't have to fix on a certain object in the distance, just by staring and trying to get some kind of broader view of or overview of the whole scenery you have in front of you. And you can train it with those both hands or thumbs in a way that you try to move them into vision and try to figure out at what point in time you can actually recognize them or see some kind of movement at the edge of your eye, when the eye starts to catch the movement, so to speak. It's quite difficult to explain that. If I am totally missing or totally did wrong here, I will share with you in the future some kind of a video where I will share it with you how you can do it practically. But I guess you basically understood how this is how you can do this. So, like I told you, stretching both arms to the side, and then try to move the thumb slowly back into this kind of position. But you are able, when you start to stare just in front of you, you are able quite after a short time, you're able to see the thumbs in the side of your eyes, in the corner of your eyes. You get the movement. And this is sometimes also quite interesting to do when you are in nature, and just doing it without stretching the arms. Just doing it and try to recognize which kind of movements you recognize with in this kind of wide angle vision. And it's quite interesting because they also tell this in the book, that animals mostly run away when you try, or when you start to tunnel vision them, when you start to focus on them. That's the point in time where they just flee. So, but when you do this kind of broader kind of view, where you don't focus on an object or an animal or so on, animals don't feel disturbed by it. So this is something I also experienced with a squirrel, actually. I just stared in front of me, must have looked like a total nerd or something like that, like a weirdo. But the squirrel came right towards me and just passed by and wasn't disturbed by me, and I was quite happy to have experienced that. So it is quite an interesting thing. So yeah, what else do we have here? Like I told you, there are some kind of practical approaches. You can learn how to make a fire here and so on and so forth. How to cook a proper meal. This author has also quite an interesting book about wild cooking styles and so on. How to bake your bread out in nature and so on. This here is also quite lovely. This is touching the earth, touching the body of the earth, basically. And this is more about walking barefoot, like I did in one of my older videos where I visited the Lüneburg Heath. So this is also gorgeous because you do it and you try to do it, quite aware of everything you feel through the soles of your feet. You're walking there, you try to feel the energy, try to get a sense of the earth, which is something which is also interesting here is that suggested here is that you lie flat on the earth and feel the heaviness of the earth. Feel like you're pressed into the arms of Mother Earth, what they are telling here. And getting some kind of deeper meaning or deeper connection. This is some kind of grounding ritual, you could say. And there are a lot of interesting things here to learn about trees. And look at that. Isn't that a gorgeous landscape? This is in the Teutoburger Wald or Teutoburger Forest, which is south of Lower Saxony, and I will visit this place one day, and I will take you with me when I will visit this place, because this must be a place of real earth power, I guess. All the rocks and rock formations there, and the boulders and so on. It's gorgeous, and I saw a lot of pictures, but never made it there, actually. Yeah, another one. I try to find the last one I want to share with you. And here you can learn or can get acquainted with a tree, which is also training your senses, is that here. And what I want to share, look at that. This is kind of a tree house. I try to focus here. Look at that. This is something everyone wants to live in. This is gorgeous. Oh yeah. Did I mention that I also want to live in a treehouse? This would be quite interesting, living in a hobbit hole and in a treehouse. So, yes, to find a way to do both. So, what I want to share with you here is this gorgeous picture he has also I shared with you yesterday. Being alone with a tree. This is planning some kind of retreat in a forest. It's good to spend the whole day there, maybe also the night, and you don't you only take with you what you need there. And what is the things they also suggest is that you fasten. I guess it's fast, that you don't eat, to experience the things there more intensely. And it's kind of a vision quest. This is something where you you search for a tree. You search for a tree, and and plan to be with that tree on your own, being undisturbed. So you have to make clear that you find a place where you can be undisturbed with a tree, and you should when you want to get closer to the tree, you should do that with respect, and you kind of ask him for protection in the during the time you're there with that tree, and yeah, you come to that tree with your questions you want to ask when you have certain problems in your life, or there are certain things you want to solve or so. Have that question in mind and try to bring it closer to this or bring it to your vision quest when you're near this tree. Some kind of the tree is some kind of your guardian, and also some kind of your sage, the one that can give you the wisdom maybe to come out of that situation. And so yeah, and what they also do say there is that you not only be respectful with the tree, but also be respectful with yourself. So this is kind of also a self-compassion thing here going on. So this is also gorgeous. And here's another one. Here's something asking the four directions, the four sky directions. When you're, this is kind of a old tradition. This is also what you can do with a tree, that you sit in each of the directions while you're leaning on a tree, on the tree bark. And this is something what you can ask when you're sitting at the south of the stem. You ask, what is my task in life? How can I fulfill it? And how can I be of service? When you sit in the west, you're asking, what is laying ahead? Where do I go? Which direction should I take? How should I evolve further? What is good and what is bad for my development? When you're sitting in the north, you're asking yourself, who am I? What are my qualities? What can I do? And what do I want to change about myself? And at the end, you rest and be thankful and in gratitude, and thank the earth and the tree for being your guides during this kind of search, so to speak. Yeah, it's not, like I told you, it's not always easy to translate it simultaneously, or while you're trying to formulate sentences in your head in English. This is always a kind of a challenge here. And I will surely, when or if you want me to get a bit deeper in this book in the future, I will search parts of that and will try to make a bit of a better translation of them, so I can provide you with more precise explanations how to do certain stuff here in this book. So yeah, this was my last this was the last candle on my elemental advent wreath. So tonight, the winter solstice, although it's still not wintry here, we are experiencing at the moment some kind of early spring weather, which is so strange. But I have to say, I'm not so upset like I would be or would have been in the past. In the past, I would have totally got crazy because of all this weather. At the moment, I'm more confused and in a kind of way also concerned about this kind of climate turbulences that are going around the Northern Hemisphere at the moment, or hemisphere at the moment. This is something which is, yeah, I see there are problems. But at the moment, we never had real much snow here during the winter time. This was something which it was quite rarely, but it was cold. At least it was cold. So, but at the moment, I'm not feeling. I still have some kind of a winter solstice feeling or Yuletide feeling. I have it still. Maybe it is also because I watched all of your videos and was so connected to all of you around the world and see what you're up to in terms of Christmas, how you celebrate it and how you prepare for it, and sharing pictures on Instagram and so on. So I don't think that I'm so disconnected from this season this time. I also have in mind something Emily Elijah wrote in one of my earlier Vlogmas videos, where I at first started to complain about there is no snow and it's winter and so on, that it's all about the coming back of light and not so much about the snow, and that there are always people out there which are complaining about, or who are complaining about the weather. And we are also having the same kind of people here. At the moment they're complaining, there's no snow, it's too warm. And if there would be snow, they would say, oh my God, it's snow, oh my God, snow chaos on the streets. Ah. Yeah, it's always the same. So I took that kind of advice by Emily. I took it, yeah, into my heart and moved it there. And I felt, yeah, it's more about the weather, not so much about the weather. It's more about the coming back of light, coming out of the darkness. This is at least the thing that didn't change. Luckily, I don't know, but yeah, this is something which I felt, or which I still feel here. I had to change this kind of approach to Yuletide or the Yule time, or this approach to the Christmas time or the season, the holiday season in general, because I always was in search for the kind of feeling I had when I was a child, and this is something. Sometimes to some degree you can experience this kind of feeling, and to some degrees it's lost forever. So you have to take a new approach to this, and this season I guess I found some kind of new approach to it, and I guess the pagan way, the pagan approach helped me a lot to come over this, yeah, this kind of I'm so sad that I'm not a child anymore and can't experience this in this kind of childish or childlike state. But yeah, sometimes it's still, I still manage to do to reawake my inner child in this time. And so I can put these weather issues aside and still enjoy the lights and yeah, the delicious food and so on. So already 10 minutes. This will be a quite long video. You can take it in parts if you want. Maybe I will part it myself. I will see. And I wish you a wonderful, wonderful winter solstice. And of course, also a wonderful, yeah, Christmas time. We will see us, of course, in the next Vlogmas videos, which I will do until, I guess, until the 25th. I will see, because I don't know how much more hectic this these last days will turn out. I will see that. So maybe maybe I will quit 1 or 2 videos, but it's not sure. I plan to do them until the 25th. So I wish you a fine day, or fine night, and a blessed winter solstice, or a summer solstice for those souls in the Southern Hemisphere. So I wish you all the best. Bye.